Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy. I hope you are doing very well. And today we're working on my December daily for 2025. So today, the prompt I chose for today is a Christmas memory. We're going to kind of look at some of what I put together here. I got a lot of things going on. So I am primarily Danish and Swedish. So there's kind of a lot of that in my Christmas remembering as growing up as a kid. The Dollar Horse, of course, is part of it. And then this picture was not a picture of my house, but my memory that I have two memories, I suppose. These ornaments came from a digital kit, and I'll try and remember to link all that stuff below if I can find them. And then so that Christmas tree. My first memory is just growing up in the 80s and 90s. We had an 80s and 90s Christmas tree, and that picture is very, very similar to what mine would look like. And I just have fond memories of, being the first one up on Christmas morning, or going to bed real late Christmas Eve, and the lights are all out and the Christmas tree lights are on, and it's warm and it's pretty, and you just, you're thankful for everything. You see all the Christmas presents under the tree, and some years they were stacked, piled high, like you couldn't even see the bottom of the Christmas tree sometimes. It was kind of crazy. Just very blessed. And so very much fond memories of that, the Christmas tree, and what that meant for all of Christmas, really, as a kid. And then the other is kind of remembering more of what my aunt did. More so, I think she brought in more of those traditions than anyone else in my family, the Danish side anyway. And so she actually, at one point when I was a kid, excuse me, I need to sneeze. Okay, sorry about that. And break for kitty cat. She, at one point, she learned Danish. I don't know how much she can speak anymore, but she actually did go to Denmark when I was a kid as well and stuff. So she was very into incorporating some of those traditions in our Christmas celebrations. And some things I specifically remember is she also learned how to create the little woven pocket hearts ornaments that you will see in a picture. And then the little, it's basically origami stars, Danish stars, or maybe they're Swedish stars. I don't know, but I think they were Danish stars. I'm not sure, but I also have a picture of her Christmas tree, and if you look very closely, you can see both of those things hanging from her Christmas tree even today. So I thought that was really cool. And then the rest of this was, I had fun going down a rabbit hole online, finding wonderful images of Swedish and Danish Christmas. And so this one I absolutely fell in love with, and definitely knew I wanted to incorporate in my journal somehow. And so I thought that would be a great one to include on the left-hand page there. All right, so there was a little bit of book page still showing. These images weren't quite large enough to cover all of that. So I'm just putting down some scratch tea-dyed paper that I've got handy to kind of cover that. And I'll do that same thing over here on the right-hand side of the page too. This is that leftover piece still from the gift bag that is some cheap gift bag that I had. And so I thought, what a fun way to hide some more of that text from the book page. I just didn't want on this particular page, this text was a little bit more bold and obvious than some other pages have been. And I just kind of wanted to cover it up a little bit more. And I thought this would be a fun way to do it. And why not use this? Because otherwise it was just going to go in the trash. So I think it worked out pretty well. And actually most of it does get covered in the end, but that's okay. And then here I just needed to cover a little bit more. So another little small piece of tea-dyed paper there. And yeah, that'll kind of disappear in the end as well. Okay, so now I get to ink around the edges of these and glue those down. All right, now, so this, I love this piece. I would love to use it in this journal. I don't think it's right for this particular spread, so I'm getting rid of that. At this point now, I'm trying to decide how I want to continue decorating over here on the right. I thought maybe we do a little collage of these hearts and the stars on the flap. And so I'm kind of starting to do that. This heart image is just a little bit too wide, unfortunately, so I will get rid of the smaller one in the background. I don't really think that made that big of a difference. Actually, I think it does help in this particular case. And then thankfully I printed two different images of those stars. I liked the bigger one better for this particular spread. But yeah, I'm just trying to decide where to put it. And then this was just another random Danish Christmas image that showed up in Google that I kind of liked. It's a cross stitch. And so getting some more of that red and white on the page. So I like that image down there on the bottom right and the heart in the upper left. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those down and continue trying to figure out my collage. These are some stickers I created from an image I found on Google. Again, using for my personal use only. I wanted to use that dollar horse somewhere, but I realized that is a shiny sticker paper. It's bright red. Everything else here is a little bit muted, and it would shine through like nobody's business. So I decided to just cut out this other one from the other thing that I printed off from my actual printer, rather than the Lian sticker cutter, sticker maker. And then I thought, well, I've got some more space to fill. I did want to use one or two of these ornaments if I could. These aren't necessarily Danish or Swedish. I just think they're really cool looking. And I don't know. I mean, I feel like they kind of work. But just it was nice. They had kind of muted tones as well, not bright colors, so that worked as well. So now I'm just trying to figure out kind of where they might go. In the end, I like that one up there at the top right, and then I cut this round one out. Again, very neutral. Try not to take away from the other elements that I really wanted to show, but still fill that space with more Christmas cheer, of course. And then my little dollar horse goes down there on the bottom. So I'm really loving this spread. It's kind of really turning out well. This honestly was not at all what I had envisioned when I was thinking about this spread today. But I think this is better than what I had envisioned anyway. So I'm definitely okay with that. So just going to glue this down and then move on to make tags to go in my hidden page pocket, and then another tag to go in the right hand pocket. But first, we got to make a little thing at the top so people know that there's something in the pocket, or that there's even a pocket there. Okay, gonna introduce something new to this journal. This is I think it's supposed to be like handmade paper, but I don't think really handmade, from Michaels from I don't know how many years ago. As you can see, hopefully in the picture, it's gotten some sun faded. It's been sun faded or something. I don't know. Probably was in the window. So I'm just gonna tear that part away. Thankfully, it faded in a way where you don't really notice it if you take the pieces apart. And so that's what I'm gonna do here. And we'll use those two larger pieces for our journaling tags today. All right, so I've got my what would be my growing up Christmas tree image. I don't know that we have a picture of the tree when we were growing up, honestly, but like I said, that's about as close as it could get, I suppose. So now at this point, I felt like it kind of needed a little something more. These are some word tags that is from a digital kit, and I picked three out. One, they say stockings, presents, and Christmas time. So that kind of synopsis, is that a word? I don't know what the verb of that would be. That word, if there even is one. Anyway, it kind of incorporated all the things that I thought about at a first thought of the Christmas tree growing up. So just kind of represents Christmas time to me in some ways, and obviously stockings and presents are present at the Christmas tree. And then I'll go ahead and just write on the back side about my memories. So I'm gonna stick that in there, and then at this point I realize I do probably need to come up with a tab of some kind. And I remembered from yesterday, I had these tabs here that could work really well. They were more grayish than I really wanted, but this one had more of a brown tone to it. So I went ahead and used this one, and I think it works really well. Okay, so that's all done. Now I'm gonna focus on the other tag to go on the right hand side, and this one is the picture of my aunt's tree. And crazily enough, both of those scratch pieces of paper are the exact perfect height of this particular image. So I guess I lucked out on that. But I thought about using the lined paper, but in the end, I chose to keep it coherent, consistent, and I used the new paper that I just brought into the fold here. So just tucking that in, and again, I'll just do some writing on the back side of that about it being my aunt's tree and all the things that I've told you about it. So, okay, I had this other piece of paper left over. I had some more ephemera that I kind of wanted to try and incorporate. I thought it would be fun to do another ornament if I could. And I had cut this one out. I thought it was kind of a nice one. Still very subdued and not super bright colors or anything. And then of the rest of it that I thought would work well with this spread, color-wise, was these three little trees. So I decided to go ahead and put that ornament on the outside, and I folded that piece of paper in half, and then kind of like a book, and then I'll put the three little Christmas trees on the inside. right, so that pretty much does it for this particular spread. I like how it turned out. It's a little busy, but I don't mind that. I didn't use some of the elements that I really thought I would, but that's okay. So at this point, I'm just going to date it and number it, and that's going to be it for me. So, all right, guys. Well, I will see you all in the next video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.